Hello and welcome to day 30 and our final day of phase 1 on our new moon mindset journey. And we are very much into dark moon energy. The moon is like 0.2% visible or something at the moment. And we've been talking about that over the last few days. So be interesting, just like we did at full moon, to kind of tune in and notice how you're feeling at this time, and kind of how new moon energy, or as we move towards new moon energy, how dark moon energy is perhaps affecting you, and that will be different for everybody. Tomorrow's new moon will be in the sign of Aries, and Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, so a whole new cycle is beginning. And if we combine kind of the lunar cycle with the zodiac cycle, it's interesting that we've completed this journey kind of in the last cycle of the zodiac, so a lot of quite significant energy there in terms of the completion of one cycle and the preparation that perhaps we needed to do in order to begin a whole new cycle, and that new cycle of the zodiac signs and how that all interacts and works with us, or not, depending on maybe how you see it. So as we prepare for that next phase, and whatever that will bring, we know that we're carrying with us all of the wisdom and the knowledge and the understanding that we have gained throughout this cycle. And we prepare to move forward to embrace the next cycle, and whatever that may bring for us. So just taking a few moments to kind of sit with that and see where that lands for you. For some of us, it might be a sense of excitement and anticipation. For some of us, it might be a little bit of nervousness in terms of what, when we let go of the old, what the new may look like, because we're very conditioned to stay with the familiar. And yet, all of the world's spiritual teachings, particularly Buddhism, have these beautiful principles around letting go and non-attachment, and all of the freedom, I guess, that can bring for us in various different ways. I've had the pleasure a few times of being part of the creation of a sand mandala with a group of Buddhist monks, and I guess part of the ceremonies that go with it, I've been involved in those whilst observing the ritual and the creativity and the meditative practice that goes into creating the mandala, because it's an incredibly skilled process. And to create a mandala in all its intricate detail, and over the course of 3 or 4 days, and this is kind of about 8 foot maybe in diameter. And there's dedication, and there's focus, and there's skill, and there's creativity, and it's a ritual, and just so much time and energy and effort goes into the creation of the mandalas, and each part has its significant piece in the whole. And yet, after the creation and after it's completed, quite soon after the completion, the mandala is released again in ritual and in a sense destroyed. And in that process, and certainly the first time that I watched it, I think I was in shock, that this beauty was also so fragile and so easily destroyed. I mean, I think it took 4 days to create and 4 seconds to completely destroy. And and yet there was great freedom and power. And it was about 2 years later before I was part of the process again. And this time I was much more ready and more connected with the ideas of non-attachment and of letting go, and that indeed the beauty and the ritual was in the creation, not necessarily in the holding on. And I've been able to apply that into many different areas of my life, some more easily than others. And yet the power of that way of thinking is certainly something that I think has benefit in different ways. And of course it's always about balance. I think, it's finding kind of the middle way. The idea of the beauty being in the creation and the ability to let go in a way that allows for the creation of something new. The idea when I spoke with the monks was that, if they kept all of the mandalas that they created, they would eventually run out of places and spaces to keep the mandalas. And so by letting go, they were able to continue to create and to be part of the ritual. And so as we come to the end of this phase, the end of this cycle and the zodiac cycle as well, and the beginning of a new phase, we open up to what this phase may hold and the possibilities that we have in terms of creation. And again, just to connect with the energy of the moon at this time. The moon is barely visible, and at that time in a clear sky, by the moon sort of stepping aside and being in its dark moon phase, it makes way for us to experience some of the other planets and the stars in our universe. And so around the time of new moon, Venus will be more visible, certainly this time of year. We may also perhaps be able to connect with Mars and possibly Mercury as well. So I guess there's that idea as well of when one aspect steps back, it allows us to connect with other aspects of ourselves and other aspects of the universe as well. So just allow those thoughts to gently land. Whatever parts of that conversation maybe resonated with you. And allow that wisdom and understanding, perhaps those principles of letting go and non-attachment, to sink in and to land wherever it is that you need them most at this time. To maybe think about what areas of your life you could apply those principles or that theory. And just gently take your awareness into your breath and your breathing, into your body. Just feel your body breathing and the gentle movement as your body breathes on your behalf. Just thinking about all of those cycles and rhythms in your body and in the world around. And just how powerful we are and how powerful they are. And how beautiful it is to connect with all of the cycles and rhythms in your own life and in the world around. The sense of balance that brings. Just gently taking your awareness through your fingers, your toes, your arms, your legs, your lower back, your middle back, your upper back, and softly and gently up through the back of your neck and easily into your head. Gently breathing in and slowly breathing out. Just softly and gently connecting with the rhythm of your breath and the rhythm of your heartbeat. Just notice the gentle movement of your body as it breathes on your behalf. And just slowly and gently breathing in and breathing out. And just allowing the energy of this past lunar cycle to flow within you and around you. All of the blessings, all of the lessons, all of the insights and the wisdom that you have gained. And connecting with your higher self. Gently become aware of how you prepare for the next phase. What is it that you can embrace and connect with? As we move into the sign of Aries, this time of new beginnings, which urges us to take a leap of faith on a new adventure that offers excitement and new growth. This is a time for preparing to nurture our inner child. And to be aware of anything that our inner child may want us to heal. And just gently breathing in and slowly breathing out. The energy of Aries is all about moving forward. Aries is a fire sign. So all of that energy of fire carries us along. It's the energy of the inner warrior. And it's our opportunity to take up the challenge to heal deep within ourselves. Just gently breathing in and slowly breathing out. And as you breathe in and breathe out, just take in all that you need at this time. And see anything that you no longer need being dissolved away by love and light and hope and peace. And see yourself filled with the strength and the courage, compassion, the gentleness, the understanding, the knowledge and the wisdom to do all that you need to do for your greatest and highest good. And just staying connected to your breath and your breathing, and setting that intention for the rest of today, to be present, to be mindful, and to celebrate the journey that we've been on together. As you gently breathe in and slowly breathe out, allowing yourself to softly come back around as you prepare to greet the rest of your day with ease and flow.